Welcome to this video series. In this video series, we are going to walk through the system design and what are the important parts of the system design, how you're going to answer them in an interview, or if you are like designing a real-time system for your startup or for your college, how you should scale them. We are going to discuss this in this series. So I'm using the book System Design Interview by Alex Fu. This is a great book. You can also prefer it. So yeah, let's start. So scale from 0 to million users. So what does the line means? It means that if you are designing a system for a college project for 2 persons or 3 persons, it's okay how you like randomly put the data, you are just fetching it using the API, it's okay. But if you are like designing it for the million users, then there is a way up. You go step by step. So we will start with the single setup server method. So in this video, we will only cover single server setup. So what is single server setup? It is like most basic structure of the system design. In this, you have the client and you have a single server. You request from the server and get the response. So how does it work? You have a single web server. You have the users. They are either making the request from the web browser or the mobile app. Okay, so they are hitting a command over any IP address. So that IP address is converted into a name using a domain name system, and then that API request goes to the web server, where web server returns the response. Okay, to more understand that, let's take an example below. Okay, so let's say you have the client or the user and you have some permanent IP address to which user can request. So that IP address is basically converted to a domain name by the domain name system, and then user can access your service by using that URL. And then here's the URL using the web browser, or if you have like a mobile application, you have called the APIs in the backend. So user clicks on any button, you send the request to the web servers fetch the data from the database for any request. Let's say in mobile app you clicked on adding a new item in your bucket, then this web server sends a request to database that yeah, I want to write, and it will write in the database, and then it will return the data that it has written in the database, and you will see that response in your mobile app through the UI interface by get API. Okay, so here is the example of get API. It's so basically here it is using the REST API, which has a JSON structure. So it has keys ID, first name, last name, and when you do a get request, it retrieves the data from the database for user ID 12 and then sends to mobile app for the view. Okay, now the question rises, which database to use? So it totally depends on your use case. Like if you are the small industry, you can use the NoSQL database. If you have like kind of non-relational fields, or there are many relational database as a MySQL, PostgreSQL. So it's totally upon your choice and your use case what you use, as we will see in the upcoming videos that what to use where with the examples. Thank you. In the next lecture we will see vertical scaling versus horizontal scaling. Yeah, that's cool.